Namaste students, continue the biomolecules chapter. In the last class, we studied how the structures of glucose and fructose. Today, how the structures of disaccharides. Now, what are disaccharides? Disaccharides. Saccharide means carbohydrates. Disaccharides having the two monosaccharide units. One disaccharide reacts with the water on hydrolysis in the presence of HCl or enzyme to produce same or different monosaccharide units. One monosaccharide gives two monosaccharide units. One disaccharide on hydrolysis to produce two same or different monosaccharide units. This is called disaccharides. Now, example for the disaccharide is sucrose. Sucrose is commonly called as table sugar. Commonly called table sugar or saccharin. Commonly called saccharin. And what is the source? Main source of the sucrose is cane sugar. And it is the physical properties. It is a white, odorless, crystalline powder. For molecular formula of the sucrose is C12H22O11 on hydrolysis with water. In the presence of HCl to use D plus glucose and D minus fructose. Alpha D glucose, beta D fructose units. Sucrose is a dextrorotary compound. These two monosaccharides are held together by glycosidic linkage. Glycosidic linkage between the C1 and C2. It will explain in the later after studying the Haworth structure. Glucose and fructose Haworth structures are this. This is the alpha D glucose and beta D fructose. Common as D glucose, D minus fructose. Alpha D glucose, beta D fructose. When combining these two monosaccharide units, different monosaccharides, one is the glucose, one is the fructose, two different monosaccharide units. And in alpha D glucose, C1 carbon of the OH group, C1 of the OH group, C2 of the fructose on removal of water, hydrogen from the glucose, OH from the fructose. If you remove water at the position C1 of the glucose, carbon number 1 of the glucose, C2 of the beta D fructose. If you remove water, H from glucose, OH from the fructose. What is remains in the structure? Only O. This O. Oxygen atom. Oxygen linkage is formed between two monosaccharide units. Those two monosaccharide units are glucose and fructose. At the position C1 here, C2. This linkage is called as glycosidic linkage. Glycosidic linkage. Loss of water. Loss of one water molecule. What is the definition for glycosidic linkage? See that two monosaccharide units are joined together by an oxide. Oxide means oxygen atom. Oxide linkage formed by the loss of water molecule. Such a linkage between the two monosaccharide units through oxygen atom is called glycosidic linkage. One more. What is glycosidic linkage? And how sucrose is formed? Sucrose is formed by two different monosaccharide units, glucose and fructose. Alpha D glucose, beta D fructose. In that, glycosidic linkage between the C1 of the glucose, C2 of the fructose, beta fructose, reducing groups of the glucose, reduces by giving the water, reducing groups of the glucose and fructose are involved in glycosidic bond formation, so that sucrose is a non-reducing sugar. In that, sucrose is a dextrorotatory, but on hydrolysis, two gives, one is the dextrorotatory, one is levorotatory. Dextrorotatory having the value plus 52.5 and fructose levorotation of fructose gives minus 92.4 degree. This fructose value is more than that of the dextrorotation of the glucose, so that the sign is changes. Thus, hydrolysis of sucrose about a change in the sign of rotation from the dextro plus to leo minus, and the product is named as invert. Invert means first of all it is in dextrorotation, now it is called as minus leo rotation, so that called as sucrose is also called invert sugar. How many common names for sucrose? One is table sugar, one is saccharin, one is sugarcane, sucrose and invert sugar. One more question important: what is invert sugar? What is glycosidic linkage? And what are the monomers are formed when sucrose is hydrolysis? Now, second disaccharide is maltose. Maltose is commonly called as malt sugar, and general formula, molecular formula C12H22O11. Maltose is composed of two alpha-D glucose. See, it is one alpha-D glucose and it is one alpha-D glucose. It is a have structure of alpha-D glucose. But how it is formed maltose? By the loss of water to form glycosidic linkage. By the loss of water at the position in carbon in alpha-D glucose 1 structure, it is considered alpha-D glucose second structure. In alpha-D glucose 1 structure, at the carbon number 1 OH, second alpha-D glucose structure, fourth carbon to form glycosidic linkage, oxygen atom linkage by the loss of water. H from first glucose and OH from the second glucose, because both are alpha-D glucose. If you lose the water molecule, it forms glycosidic linkage, HOH, removed as a water. This oxygen is called oxygen atom, oxygen linkage between two monosaccharide units called glycosidic linkage. Glycosidic linkage with loss of water. How the glycosidic linkage is formed? With loss of water between two monosaccharide units. First monosaccharide is glucose at the carbon number 1 OH, and another alpha-D glucose, second glucose at the position C4. Loss of water to gives glycosidic linkage, oxygen linkage between two monosaccharide units, and it is the formula. Number of carbons are 12, number of hydrogens are 22, oxygens are 11. It is the structure of Haworth structure of maltose. Haworth structure of maltose, commonly called malt sugar. What what are the monosaccharides in the malt sugar? 2-alpha-D glucose. Like that, third disaccharide is lactose. Lactose is commonly called as milk sugar. Commonly called milk sugar. Like that, sucrose called table sugar, and maltose called malt sugar. Like that, glucose called lactose milk sugar, because this disaccharide is found in especially cow milk. Cow's milk, lactose is makes up around 2 to 8% of the milk containing lactose. It is composed. Lactose is a disaccharide. It is composed by, it is derived by 1 beta D galactose. Beta D galactose. It is one monosaccharide. And beta D glucose. Beta D glucose and beta D galactose is one of the beta D galactose, beta D glucose. Combining together by loss of water at the position in galactose C1, at the galactose C1, in beta D glucose C4. Since it is at the position C1, COH at the fourth carbon of the beta D glucose. Loss of water. OH. Loss of water to form glycosidic linkage between the oxygen atom. Only one oxygen atom remains. This loss of H2O, one water molecule, between beta D galactose and beta D glucose at the position C1 and C4. C1 of the galactose, C4 of the glucose. This oxygen is written as glycosidic linkage. Glycosidic linkage by the loss of water. What is the formula? C12H22O11, commonly called as milk sugar. What are the compositions? What are the monosaccharide elements? One is beta D galactose, one is beta D glucose.